Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our 1,000 runs. Yeah, 1,000. We did another one. This time it was for Sunwell. I know Sunwell doesn't have any super rares, doesn't have any of those kind of things, but I still wanted to do Sunwell because I wanted to see just how many of those patterns we could get, how many epics we could get. Since it was actually the one place where we got the most epic patterns during the or epic drops during the 200 run series. So I was really interested to see, just how many could we get with that many runs. So anyway, before we get into the video, guys, if you did, do like these videos, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also, don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And so you don't miss any of the other videos. I'm doing the new 200 run series. I've got a speed druid video as well that you might want to check out. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump to the first bait call. It's going to be holding all the loot for our first 500 runs, because we're going to have it spread out just like I spread it out before, between two twos, and we'll see just how much they got and how much we got all together. So anyway, here's the first druid. Let's go check it out now. All right, guys, so over here now on our loot for 500 runs from our first druid, and then we'll hop over to 500 runs worth of loot on our second druid, kind of like our 200 run series where we have one for Power and Thrall. This one though, I can put on multiple realms on my realms that are not involved in the 200 run series. This stuff does not go to the 200 run series. This stuff sold separately where don't even go over it, do the cleanouts or anything like that. But anyway, here is our first tab. We actually have just 2 tabs. But it's 1,000 runs. Though, as you can tell, a lot of epic things here. Unfortunately, though, this first tab, of course, is going to be the low value stuff. So a lot of low value, although low value is really nice. This stuff sells typically pretty fast. You see these ones are at like 6,500 for these hardcorium chokers, 0.007 sell rate. And we actually have, what is it? 7 of them or 11. One of them has 7, one of them has 11. We ended up with 18 total, so not bad. It looks like 11 here. I actually think that my first tune that was going, which was my Alliance Druid, I did use the old druids for this one, actually was doing quite better this time around. Normally it was the other way around when we were doing our farms. Then we got a design for Amulet of Life here, and 8,000 of those. Let's see, it's gonna be the first one here. So ended up with 3 of those, and then we've got our Pendant of Sunfire here, 6,000 here. We've got 10 of those, and then we've got our Hardcorium Battle Plate here, 5,400 for that one. 0.012 sell rate, really nice sell rate on that one. 10 of those, and then we've got a Sunblessed Breastplate here, right below the 5,000, but 0.013 sell rate, really nice sell rate on that one. Robe of Eternal Light here, 8,000 gold on that one. 0.016, extremely high on that one. We've got 13 of those, really nice on that one. Sunfire Robe pattern here for 12,000, 0.011 sell rate. See, really high sell rate. So we've got 8 of those. Fortunately, it looks like our other two only got 1 of those. Pattern for Embrace of the Phoenix, 18,000 on that one. 0.005, a little lower sell rate this time for this one. 4 of those actually on that one. And then we've got the Leather Chest Guard of the Sun, 19,000.005 sell rate, only 1 here on this one. And then over here we've got our greens and our blues here, again low value stuff. Haste Potion is under the 5,000 but 0.015 sell rate, so really good. And this one even has dropped down to 3,600. Now I remember this was actually over 5,000. I still kept it, 0.011 sell rate. I know it's even under 4,000, but it could jump back up. It was over 5,000 at one point, and so I decided to still keep it for that insane strength potion. We also have these blues here, the Sign of Mystical Skyfire Diamond, 10,000 here, 0.008 sell rate. Actually have 2 of those. Brutal Earthstorm Diamond here for 8,000, only 1 of those. We've got a lot of these gems, it looks like. We got anything other than gems? Some rings here, rings. All these low ones are rings and stuff. Well, there's some bracers. Bracers of Havoc pattern here for 8,000. Another black straight bracers here for 16. Getting close to high value range here. 0.006 sell rate on that one. White Remedy cape pattern here for 9,000. Power amplification goggles. See, this one sell quite often actually. Well, no wonder. It's at 0.024 sell rate. So that's really got a nice sell rate. Only 5,000 in value though, but really high sell rate for that one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the exciting items. So this is where we're gonna have all the high value pieces. We also have our materials here. We got I was curious about this too, just how many of these, and I'll go over the total. We've got 2,352 sun motes between the two of them. This one looks like got a little bit more, 1,182. The other one got 1,170. And then our gems here, I mean, this one we got how many did we get total? We got 1,356 of these total. These ones we got 1,370, 1,327, 1,319, 1,394, and 1,403 of this one right here. Not a whole lot of gold, but hey, it'll still bring us a little something extra. But that's how many of these you can get for 1,000 runs. Anyway, this is our high value patterns here. You see we did get some other epic drops and stuff, but let's go and go over the epic high value pieces. So we got the pattern of Nether Drake Helm, 102,000. Only got one of those, 0.007 sell rate. Plans for Hands of Eternity, ended up only get one of these as well, 209,000. Now this is actually pretty nice because these two are actually not those like schematics and stuff that you get a lot of out of Sunwell. These are actually like the world drop epics, which when we did it for the 200 run series, it seemed like Kara was a lot better for at least getting these items. But still, the only place you can get the schematics and stuff are from Sunwell, so it's still really good to do Sunwell. And we did get the most when we did Sunwell anyway. But anyway, 209,000.004 sell rate. We got plans for the runic camera here, 301,000, only a 0.001 sell rate though, unfortunately. And then we've got the now we're getting to the schematics. We got the schematic for the quad death blow goggles, 113,000.008 sell rate. We actually have 5 of those. And then we've got the schematic for the hard corium goggles. We have 5 of those as well, 229,000.012 sell rate. So really nice sell rate on those ones. And what we have 5 of those. So next one up is going to be the schematic for the hard corium goggles. Is that right? No, just one of those. The schematic for the mayhem projection goggles. We've got 3 of these, 153,000.011 sell rate. So really good sell rate on those as well. And then we've got our schematic for the Sure Strike goggles. 6 of these, 105,000 gold in value, 0.010 sell rate. So again, really high sell rate on these. And these things do sell. I've had some people say they don't see this stuff sell, but I have actually seen it. I've actually got posted in the Discord of these items selling. So schematic for lightning etch specs, 120,000.013. Really nice sell rate on that one. And we've got 2 of those. We've got the schematic for the Primal Tune goggles, 142,000.010 sell rate. Got 6 of those. Get to the end of those. Then this is the big boy right here. So this is a really nice one. Schematic for the Wonder Hill XT68 shades, 419,000.009 sell rate, and we've got 7 of them. And this is one of the ones I have actually sold. So really nice here. We got 7 of those. And then we've got the schematic for the hyper magnified moon specs, 182,000.006 sell rate, 4 of those. And then we've got the schematic for the Power Hill lens, 9,000 lens, sorry, only 48,000 for this one, 0.011 sell rate. But you don't need nothing but the big ones. So having the smaller ones means it probably does sell a little bit faster. So even though some of these had a higher sell rate than this one actually does. Then we've got the schematic for the Justice Bringer 3000 specs, 137,000.010 sell rate, 6 of those. And as soon as we get to the end of those, we got the schematic for the Annihilator Hollow Gogs. Only got 1 on this one for that, 149,000.005 sell rate. Not nearly as good as the sell rates on the others. And then the pattern for the Vengeance Scrap. Now I see this one sell all the time. Not really close to that 100. I don't even know if it sells at half that value. I think I typically see sell around 30-40,000 on my rounds, but still really good because it seems to sell. Actually, it only says 0.007 sell rate, but I feel like this sells all the time for me. And got 4 of those, or no, we've only got 3 of those. And then we've got the pattern for the Resolute Cape here. Got 1 of those, 35,000, 0.012 sell rate. And then we've got the pattern for the Sun Drenched Scale Chest Guard. We have 3 of these, only 24,000 for this one, so it's just barely over that high value threshold. And then we've got the pattern for the Carapace of Sun and Shadow, 20 right above 20, almost 21,000, 0.013 sell rate. And then we've got our actual epic items. So we got 2 of these life-giving cloaks at only 18,000. Actually, it's at the low value range now at 0.002 sell rate. Sorry guys, screen was flashing, so I'll cut that out. But yeah, we got the Don Santos famous hunting rifle, so I had to move this over. 50,000, 0.007 sell rate. And then we did actually get a high value blue pattern here, formula for enchant boots of Boar Speed, 39,000. Now, don't know why this is so high, because the minor speed enchant is actually the best one. This one definitely doesn't compare, but still, somebody maybe collecting still wants it. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for 500 runs worth of loot from our first druid. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how, you know, our second druid did and how it compares to this one. All right, guys, so now for what our second druid slash horde druid got, and it was actually the old druid, so it was the Alliance and horde druid this time around. Let's go ahead and see just how well or how bad our other druid did. Now, I do feel like our first druid was getting a lot more when I was actually running it, but let's see if that's true here. So first up, our low value stuff, definitely a lot less, it feels like, when I'm looking at it here. I feel like we had a lot more of those, and that may just be where I felt like it was a lot less, because maybe they're just getting a lot less of the low value stuff, which may not necessarily be too bad of a thing because it's just low value, but this stuff does tend to sell fast. But again, we've got the Hardcorium Choker here, only got 7 of these this time, where we had 11 on the other one. We also have the Amulet of Flowing Life, 7 here, only actually had 3 over there. So I actually had more of these over here than there. Pennant of Sunfire here, 5 of them versus 10 over there. And then we have the Hardcorium Battle Plate here, 8 here, 10 over there. And then we have the pattern for the Robe of Eternal Light, 4 here versus 13 over there. So yeah, that makes a big difference. And it's unfortunate too, because this one has such a high sell rate too. Although it is low value, so definitely, although this stuff, since it's not going to the 200 run series, I mean, really, I will trade this stuff kind of anywhere, so it doesn't really matter who got what. Pattern Sunfire Robe here, 12,000, 0.011 sell rate. Only got 1 here where we had 8 over there, so yeah, that makes a big difference. Embrace of the Phoenix here, 6 here, 4 there, so I actually had more of those here. And then Leather Chest Guard of the Sun, 3 here versus 1 over there, so more of those as well over here. And then we've got our blue patterns here. Definitely a lot less of these than we had over there. Design of Gliding Night's Eye, Tenuous Earthstorm Diamond, and then we've got the Cloak of Black Void. Actually, we didn't have, I don't think we had this one over there. No, only have it over here. So this is something they didn't get. We got over here, 17,000. 0.027 sell rate too, very high sell rate. Pattern for Unyielding Bracers, not the best sell rate, but over 6,000. Then we've got our greens here. We've got formula for Enchant Shield Parry for 11,000 here. I actually have 3 of those. Formula for Enchant Chest Greater Stats, 14,000, 0.017 sell rate, really nice sell rate. And Heroic Potion, only 1 of those. And then we've got Elixir of the Searching Eye, 6,900 on that one. And then we did get an epic ring. Fortunately, it's a ring. So I guess I'll put it over here because it's going to go to the inflated group. And it is low value as well. And then we've got our high value epic pieces. Now, we did actually have more pieces here, at least. I think like 1 more at least, or something, as far as epic drops. And then we also had that blue pattern, which we didn't have here. We already went over the material, so no real need to go over that again. But here is our high value patterns. Now this looks to be about the same amount. Maybe the Lions had a little bit more, not sure, but looks about the same. We've got the plans for the Fellharden Mall, one of those. Actually, looks like we didn't get one of these over there. 300,000 for that one, 0.02 sell rate. We've got the schematic for the quad Deathblow goggles, 5 here, 5 there, so the same amount on both both tunes there. We've got the schematic for the Hardcorium goggles. Now we only have 2 here where we had 5 over there. And then we have the schematic for the Mayhem projection goggles, 5 here versus 3 over there. So I actually got more of these than we did over there. Schematic for the Sure Strike goggles, and not really going to the values because we already went over this with all the ones over there. 5 here, we only had 6 over there, so we actually have more over there. And then we have the schematic for the Lightning Etch specs, 2 here and 2 there, so the same amount. Schematic for the Primal Tune goggles, 4 here versus 6 there, so they had 2 more over there. And then we have the schematic for the big boy, the Wonder Hill shades. Fortunately, only got 3 over here, and we got 7 there, so they definitely did better as far as that goes. The schematic for the Hyper Magnified Moon specs, 6 over here, 4 over there, so 2 more over here. And then we've got the Power Hill 9000 lens, the little bit lower value one. We actually have 1 more over here than over there. We have 3 versus 2. And then we have, oops, went the wrong way. Did I? We were on the cheap one, right? Yeah, the cheap one right here. Okay. All right. Schematic for the Justice Springer 3000 specs here. We actually have 3 versus 6 over there. And then we have the Annihilator Hologogs, 5, actually 5 here and only 1 over there. So we actually got way more over here of these, but unfortunately these only have 0.005 sell rate, which is not bad. It's not horrible, but it's nowhere near the double digit ones, right? And then we have the schematic Annihilator Hologogs here, 5 versus only 1 over there, so definitely doing better with, oh, that's the one we just went over. Pattern for the Resolute Cape, I have 1 on each of them for this one. And then we have the Sun Drenched Scale Chest Guard, actually have 2 versus 3 over there. And then the Carapace of Sun and Shadow, 4 here, actually 1 more, 4 versus 3 over there. And that's it. And then as far as our actual epic drops, we actually had 2 of these life-giving cloaks over there. We only have 1 here. So that's kind of where I guess we had more. But then we have something different here. We have the Nightblade, 288,000, 0.010 sell rate. so definitely a lot different item here. Fortunately, we didn't get any of the other nice weapons that you can get, like the Blade of Wizardry. That'd been kind of nice. Or a Failsteel Longblade pattern. But yeah, still I think this was really good as far as what we got. Definitely a lot of stuff to sell. Not going to need to do Sunwell in my other realms for a long time. I could probably spread this out between about 3 or 4 of those bankers with how much we actually have here. So really excited about that. But anyway, guys, really like to hear what you guys think. Do you think this was a pretty good amount of loot for 1,000 runs? Who do you think did better? Did you think the first druid did better or the second one? Let me know. You know, what do you think? How much do you like doing Sunwell? But I think it's going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys, as always, if you like this video, smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Of course, when we do get back around to doing the 1,000 runs, I do believe the next one's going to be LBRS. But it's probably going to be a while since we've already started the next 200 run series, which is going to be kind of rushing to 10 million. So we're going to be kind of focused on that quite a bit. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all in the next video. I hope to see you guys live sometime on Twitch. Take care, guys.